Okay, so thank you very much, everyone, for joining today's class also. Like the previous days, we'll try to make today's classroom activities productive, fruitful, and let's say goal-oriented. First, I want to show you what we'll discuss today. So this is the outline of today's discussion. The first 4 points mentioned here will be discussed today. So memo writing, meetings, we'll discuss how to write meeting notice, meeting minutes. These things will be discussed today. So memo, meetings, writing notice for a meeting, and preparing minutes, or let's say minutes for a meeting. And in tomorrow's class, we'll be talking about reports only. And after finishing this, we'll be solving the exercises from the beginning to the end of Unit 2. Most probably, okay, next Tuesday, we may do exercise. Tomorrow we'll discuss report writing. Today we'll discuss these 4 points, okay, the memo, meetings, notice, and minutes. I have given some questions there in Google Classroom also. Most of the students have done the question. I'm happy with this, but still some students, 9 or 10 students, I think they haven't joined, or though they have joined, they have not done even the first question, second question like this. So I suggest you, please, these are very simple questions. Go through the learning materials, okay, and just type 1 paragraph, 2 paragraphs, and post there. So that will be recorded until the end of your session. And while evaluating your performance, your skill, your ability for 40%, 40 marks, okay, there will be 40 plus 60 system, and we need some base. All students will not get the equal marks, so we have to bring variation. And what are the bases for variation? Your regularity, your punctuality, your punctuality, your discipline, how much disciplined you are, your netiquette. I told you the meaning of netiquette last time. Netiquette, the proper use of virtual materials, okay, virtual sources, okay. So these things, and how much regularly you submit the homeworks or assignments, okay. All those things will be taken into consideration, and accordingly will be given the marks, okay. Kati knowledge छ, skill छ, त्यो पनि हेरिन्छ, रेगुलारिटी, पंक्चुअलिटी, अनि यो होमवर्कहरु कति गरेको छ, 24 घण्टामा एक हप्ताको लागि एउटा एक प्याराको होमवर्क दिइराछु मैले, okay. For whole week, just the homework of 1 paragraph, 2 paragraphs, 1 question, 2 questions like this. And some students have not done that also. This is not good, right? This is not good. I am not happy with this. But some students have done regularly. I am happy with them, and evaluation will be done accordingly. Okay. So saying this, let me move ahead with today's session. In the previous class, I told you about email writing. You go through the materials I have posted there. And if you want to be very clear about email writing, more than that, okay, so very standard videos are available in the YouTube also. Okay, you can watch those videos. You can watch my videos, okay, the videos of other teachers from Nepal, teachers from other countries. Just type there business email, how to write a good business email. Just type there, videos will come. Okay, the video मेरो मोबाइलमा खुल्दैन भन्ने छ भने, okay, just गुगलमा चाहिँ in google.com you can just write how to write a good email, good business email लेखेपछि त्यहाँ लेखेको कुराहरु पाउँछ. Okay, अब के गर्ने त एक्जाम्पल आइ भन्दा इमेल सम्बन्धी अलिकति थ्योरी तयारी गर्ने अनि एउटा राम्रो इमेल मेसेज चाहिँ तयारी गरिराख्ने. Okay, prepare a sample email message in good format. Okay, this one. फ्याक्स को पनि एउटा फ्याक्स मेसेज चाहिँ म जस्तो क्वेसन आयो भने एउटा राम्रो फ्याक्ट चाहिँ तयार गर्न सक्छु भने चाहिँ यु डु द्याट, अनि अरू पनि आउँदैछ। ओके, सो टुडेज फर्स्ट टपिक इज मेमो राइटिङ. I think the term memo is very new for most of the students here. So have you heard the word memo before? Students, have you heard the word memo before?
Yes, sir.
You have heard, yes? Okay. So did you write a memo in the past? Do you have the experience of writing memo?
But in mobile phone, there is a notebook called memo. I write the notes.
While using cell phone. Yes. Okay, good. So it means the term is not unfamiliar for you. Okay. Yes. So it will be easy for me to make this concept clear if you are familiar. And if it is totally new, okay, I may have to say even the basic things. So first, let's be clear about the meaning of memo. Then we'll discuss how to write memo, and we'll watch a video on YouTube, okay, about memo writing. Yes. So the word memo is an abbreviation of memorandum. The plural form is memoranda. In plural, we say memoranda, memoranda. In singular, we say memo in short or memorandum in full. So it is an abbreviation. The word memo is an abbreviation of memorandum. Meaning, simple meaning of memorandum is what? Reminder. An act of, a message, a business message that reminds somebody about something. Simply, in simple language. Okay, it is a reminder. Reminder भनेको कसैलाई यो कुरा चाहिँ याद गराइदिनु, सम्झाइदिनु, भन्नु, यो कुरा यस्तो हुँदैछ है भनेर चाहिँ इन्फर्म गर्नु. It is an informative type of written business message, short business message, which is circulated, or which is transferred, which is transmitted, which is exchanged within a company only. Okay, within a business company, within an organization. So the word memo is an abbreviation of memorandum, which means reminder. 1 minute. Okay, I'm sorry for this. So people were making noise there. So I told them not to speak so loudly. So just I was about to start this one. Okay, the word memo is an abbreviation of memorandum, which simply means reminder. So let me make you clearer than this. We work in a business company or an organization, and so for the internal functioning of our business organization, we may have to circulate. Different types of short messages that may be about meeting, that or let's say new decision of the company, or we may have to remind somebody about future plans, forthcoming plans, and so on. Yes, So for the sake of announcing meetings or events, presenting decisions, giving certain direction to somebody, especially from the upper level management, the employees of lower level management, may be given certain instruction, direction, suggestion, advice, certain briefings we may have to give. So for that purpose, we prepare memo. So in Nepali, we can say smaran, reminder, कसैलाई remind गराइदिनु, ज्ञापन गराइदिनु. Okay, ज्ञापन पत्र, स्मरण पत्र. We can say, we can translate in this way. So, okay, once again, please listen once again. The word memo is an abbreviation of memorandum, which simply means reminder. Memos are regularly used, okay, in the internal business communication. Memos are often used to inform others about a new or change policy, procedures, or organizational details. Memos are used to announce meetings and events. They are used to present decisions, directives, proposals, or briefings. Okay, कुनै कुरामा नयाँ डिसिजन भयो भनेर स्टाफहरुलाई जानकारी दिनको लागि हामीले मेमो पठाउन सक्छौं. अब मेमो लेखेर छोड्दिन सक्छौं. कुनै डिरेक्सनहरु दिनको लागि, कुनै प्लानहरु यस्तो हुँदैछ भने चाहिँ to inform them about the new proposal or certain briefings, or for the transmittal of information. I mean certain document within the organization भित्रै चाहिँ कुनै document transmission को लागि चाहिँ मेमो पहिला लेख्ने अनि यो okay this document is attached with this भनेर लेख्न सकिन्छ. Okay, such type of okay small writing, small business message, but very widely used okay business message is memo. Okay, in short we say memo. Its full form is memorandum. Okay, स्मरण पत्र, reminder letter. Okay, अब अहिले अझ कतिलाई क्लियर भएको छैन मलाई थाहा छ. अहिले हामी स्याम्पलहरु हेर्छौं, त्यसले क्लियर बनाउँछ. Okay, so memos help to bring attention to problems and they solve problems. Okay, to draw the attention of the concerned people about the problems and to give solution to those problems also. Memos are very much useful, very much helpful. So they are concise, exact. Okay, yes, they are clear. They use brief sentences and paragraphs, and they are to the point. They are direct to the point. Okay, we don't make long lengthy background. So we just present the information either in short paragraphs or in bullet points. Okay, this one. So you may have a question in your mind. So then what is the difference, okay, between email and memo or fax and memo? Okay, you may have that question in your mind. Email, I mean electronically I mean send also. Okay, we need internet connection. So email may be for internal business communication as well as for external business communication. Okay, fax message भने यसको नेचरै अर्को हुन्छ. It is transmitted through the system of telephone line. Okay, yes, scan documents are transmitted through fax. Fax मा चाहिँ डकुमेन्टलाई स्क्यान गरेर पठाउने काम हुन्छ. इमेलमा भनेको चाहिँ इन्टरनेटको माध्यमबाट ट्रान्समिट गर्ने, बाहिर जाने कुराहरु हुन्छ. तर मेमो भनेको कम्पनी भित्रै सर्कुलेट गर्ने. Okay, yes, okay, now let me move ahead. Another information about memo. So memorandum, its full form is memorandum. In plural we say memoranda, affectionately called memo. Okay, the short name or very lovely name of memorandum or memoranda is memo itself. It is a written communication from one person to another person or a group of people within the same organization. I mentioned this thing earlier also. So memos are used for several purposes. Okay, to inform of decisions and actions, to request decisions or actions, to request somebody for certain decisions, or to inform somebody for about the decisions or actions, to remind someone of okay the action required, what should be done by somebody. Okay, to remind that person also we can use memo, or to provide information of any kind. So these are four major purposes of using memo. कुनै डिसिजन अथवा एक्सन को बारेमा जानकारी दिनको लागि, केही डिसिजन अथवा एक्सन गर्नको लागि अनुरोध गर्नको लागि, टु रिमाइन्ड समबडी अबाउट एक्सन रिक्वायर्ड, के गर्नुपर्छ भनेर सम्झाइदिनको लागि मात्रै, रिमाइन्डरको लागि मात्रै, टु प्रोभाइड इन्फर्मेसन अफ एनी काइन्ड, अथवा त्यो बाहेक अरू पनि कुनै पनि इन्फर्मेसन, सर्ट इन्फर्मेसन दिनको लागि पनि मेमो युज गरिन्छ. Okay, so I hope you are clear about the meaning of memo. So memo is a reminder letter which is circulated within an organization, okay, from one person to another, or okay, from one person to a group of people. Okay, so it may be transmitted to inform the people about decisions and actions, to request decisions and actions, to remind somebody about the required action, okay, and other purpose also. Okay, so if you are writing a memo, suppose you are preparing a memo, or you are asked to write a memo, sample memo in exam. So what are the things to be taken into consideration? के कुरामा ध्यान दिने त? मेमो लेख्दाखेरि के कुरामा ध्यान दिने त? Some tips are given here. Make a plan first before writing a memo. Okay, के को लागि मेमो? Okay, के point include गर्ने? Okay, who is the sender, who is the receiver, when to send that memo, what points to be included. So you have to make a plan. So group your points together in a logical order. कुन point to memo मा लेख्ने भन्ने कुरा. First you make a draft. Remember my 4-point plan, so that you draft your message in a logical structure. Your 4-point plan चाहिँ पछाडी हामी आउँछौं. Okay, yes, I will discuss that later. Okay, that time it will be clear. Okay, so planning देखि लिएर चाहिँ okay, submitting सम्मका like incorporate गर्ने tone देखि लिएर अरु कुराको चाहिँ plan छ, we'll discuss later. Use simple clear language that the reader will understand. Okay, simplicity, brevity and clarity. मैले use गर्दा गर्दा यो cliche भइसके पनि हुन सक्छ. Okay, so use simple language, clear language. Give your memo an appropriate subject heading. यसमा चाहिँ heading चाहिन्छ, subject लेख्नु पर्छ. You have to mention the subject of memo. Adopt a tone that reflects the status of the sender. Means use the right tone, appropriate tone. कोसँग communication गर्दैछौ उसको लागि चाहिँ कस्तो खालको भाषाको स्तर ठीक हुन्छ भन्ने कुरा. Okay, you decide. So use appropriate tone according to the audience. Use a variety of presentation methods to enhance the display of your message. So, okay, to make your message clear, so you can use a variety of presentation method. It means you can write in paragraph, you can write in points, you can write in bullet forms. Okay, so if you need illustration, कुनै illustration pictureहरु राख्नु पर्यो, you can do this. So in what way the readers will be clear? Okay, readers understand the message very clearly. So you can use your appropriate presentation method. And normally in okay, memo writing, we use either small paragraph, short paragraphs, or bullet points. किनकि मेमो भनेको धेरै लामो हुँदैन. Okay, main pointsहरु मात्रै मान्छेले हेर्छ. Okay, so we may use a list or bullet points. Avoid unnecessary expressions like thank you, regards. Okay, so we don't use these complimentary close, or let's say what you call salutation. Okay, these things are not used. So we have to avoid these expressions like thank you, regards here. Do not include a salutation or complimentary close. Salutation यसमा यो मेमोमा चाहिँ dear sir, dear ma'am यस्तो कुरा लेखिदैन. अनि तल चाहिँ okay, looking forward to hearing from you soon भनेर चाहिँ यो complimentary close पनि चाहिदैन, सिधै नाम लेखे हुन्छ. Okay, so it is not necessary to include salutation, okay, or greetings or complimentary close. So sign your memo in the usual way. Signature is necessary. Okay, now here are some sample memos. Okay, I have brought some samples here, and later on we'll be watching a short video about memo writing. And after watching that video, I hope everything will be clear. But you be attentive here. Don't go away from the class. Earlier there were around 25 students. Now, okay, only 23. Yes, some students might have a connection problem, or for other reasons they might have gone away. So memo writing. Okay, memo कसरी लेख्ने त हाम्रो बिजनेसमा अथवा एक्जाममा आयो भने कसरी लेख्ने त? Let's see. This is the sample memo. Okay, at the top you write memo in short, MEMO, memo. or memorandum. माथि हेडिङ आउनु पर्यो यहाँ चाहिँ टपमा memo or memorandum. Then you have to mention the receiver, कसलाई पठाएको हो त्यो मेमो, to आउनु पर्यो. From, it is similar to fax message out, fax message, email message like this. Okay, date, subject. So to, from, date, subject. Yes, to, suppose here all staff, यो चाहिँ कम्पनीको म्यानेजरले सबै स्टाफलाई पठाएको रहेछ यो. Okay, to all staff from Ravi Chitrakar, who is the general manager of the company. Date, May 10. Okay, this is the date you can mention. Subject is necessary. Okay, subject line, participating in upcoming book fair. This is subject line. Okay, salutation is not necessary. Dear sir, dear ma'am, लेखिरहनु पर्दैन. And then you start the body paragraph. Okay, body paragraph. Okay, write short paragraphs here. So the title, the subject is participating in upcoming book fair. भनेपछि अब यो body paragraph यही book fair सम्बन्धी हुनु पर्छ. धेरै background बनाइरहनु पर्दैन, सिधै information लेख्ने मेमोमा. Okay, so our company will be participating in the National Education and Book Fair 2018 from May 18 to 22 at Bhrikudi Mandap Exhibition Hall, Kathmandu. So we will set up our stall in the early mornings of May 10 and we will be involved in this big event in a big way this year. Okay, this is the background information. Reference भन्छ यसलाई. अब के गर्नु पर्यो त? अब यसले चाहिँ दिनु पर्यो information. मेमो लेख्दाखेरि WH क्वेशनको आन्सर हुनु पर्छ. Okay, WH question. So except for some staff in the sales department, everyone has been assigned specific tasks at the fair. सबैलाई certain tasks दिएको छ, केही व्यक्ति बाहेक. They should report directly to our stall at Bhrikudi Mandap during the period of the fair. So please review the attachment for your role in the fair. So that document about the role is also attached with this memo. And at last you write RC, your name in short. RC भनेको आफ्नो नामलाई short मा लेख्ने. Ravi Chitrakar, RC. CC, अब यो मेमो कति अरु मान्छेलाई पठाइएको छ त कपी गरेर. Okay, CC, courtesy copy, staff members. It means this same memo has been sent to staff, all staff members. Okay, same memo has been sent to all staff members. सबै staff memberलाई यो पठाइएको रहेछ, त्यो CC लेख्यो. Attachment, along with this memo, यो मेमो को साथ साथै okay अर्को के अट्याच, अर्को डकुमेन्ट पनि अट्याच गरेको छ भने यसो अट्याचमेन्ट भनेर लेख्न सक्छ. Book fair tasks for individual staff. Okay, yes, यो मेमो को साथ साथै अर्को डकुमेन्ट पनि छ, त्यसमा चाहिँ okay there is book fair tasks okay for the individual staff. Okay, who is assigned what tasks in that exhibition. Okay, त्यो पुस्तक प्रदर्शनीमा कसको के रोल छ, कुन कर्मचारीले के गर्ने कुरा भन्ने यो डकुमेन्टमा छ, त्यहाँ हेर्नु होला भने. Okay, so this is a sample, a simple example of memo. So in exam, if a question is asked about memo writing, so you have to develop memo in this format. सजिलो छ, त्यस्तो गाह्रो छैन. मेमो लेख्ने माथि टु, यो हाम्रो एक्जाममा लेख्दाखेरि सबै काल्पनिक हुन्छ आन्सरहरु. हाइपोथेटिकल नेम लेख्ने. From, write on hypothetical name. Date, you mention hypothetical date. Subject, you mention the you mention the subject according to the question. Question मा के छ त्यो अनुसारले subject गर्ने. Regarding, participating, attending भनेर चाहिँ सुरु गर्न सक्छ. And then you write a body paragraph. Okay, in body paragraph you just mention okay what the memo is about, what you are going to inform okay in this memo in short language. Okay, short and simple language. Yes, so here is another example also. This is also a memo sent to all staff. Yes, memo माथि लेख्ने to all staff from the manager. Okay, date, you can mention the date. Subject, okay, salutation, dear sir, dear ma'am भनेर लेखिरहनु पर्दैन. Okay, it is not necessary. And then okay the subject here is suggestion to economize the operating cost. Okay, it is a subject, so you suggest the people, suggest the staff to economize the operating cost. Okay, so it has come to my attention that there has been unwise use of paper, electricity, and other office materials in our company, resulting the high operating cost. Company को operating cost बढेको रहेछ. अब स्टाफहरुलाई इकोनोमिक हुनुस्, अलि मितव्ययी हुनुस्, अनावश्यक खर्च नगर्नुस्, पेपर स्टेशनरीको धेरै खर्च नगर्नुस् भनेर चाहिँ यसले चाहिँ अलिकति निर्देशन दिएको जस्तो लाग्यो मलाई. Okay, so in order to bring about a balance between market price and the operating cost of our company, we have to minimize in using paper and electricity. Unless we bring a perfect balance, we have to decrease the number of staff in the office. Okay, so saving electricity can also help us manage the office to a large extent. Similarly, we should be more economical in using printing papers. So while using energy, while using printing papers, while using stationery items, we have to be economic. Okay, we should not waste them. Okay, we should not overuse them. We should not use unnecessarily. We should not use the office materials unnecessarily. Let's be economic. Please be economic. भनेरले चाहिँ एउटा मेमो लेख्यो स्टाफहरुको लागि. Okay, so this is another example of memo writing. Exam मा यही आउँदैन क्वेशन, तर हामीले सम्झने त फर्मेट मात्रै सम्झने. Memo to, from, date, subject, body paragraph, and then your detail. Okay, अब सबै ठाउँमा चाहिँ 100% सेम खालको चाहिँ हुँदैन. जस्तो कुनै कतै चाहिँ यसरी लेखेको पाउँछ, कतै अलिकति कम पाउँछ. Okay, yes. अब हाम्रो बुकमा पनि केही स्याम्पलहरु दिएको छ. Let me show the sample given in the book. See, this is taken from your book. Memorandum title to, mention to. So use these standard headings. To, कसलाई पठाइएको, receiver. Okay, then from, so with the sender. Okay, don't forget reference and date भन्यो. Reference letter pad भने reference number पनि लेख्न सकिन्छ. Date is necessary. And then leave a small space भन्यो. यहाँ space छोड भन्यो. Okay, leave 3 to 4 line spaces before the headings. Okay, heading भन्दा माथि अलिकति space छोडौं. Then mention the heading. Okay, like in-house methods of display. This is heading. Heading or subject. Subject भनेको थियो नि, त्यही हो subject भन्नु र heading भन्ने एउटै हो. Then body paragraph. Separate the body into paragraphs using numbered points and subheadings if relevant. Okay. From Jyoti Singh, you are not muting your mic. Please mute your mic, or why noise is coming from you? Okay, so separate the body into paragraphs using, okay. So either you use short paragraphs or use these numbers or bullets. Okay, एकदम स्पेसिफिक भएर लेखौं. अनि त्यसमा सैलुटेसनहरु केही पनि चाहिदैन, सिधै विषयमा प्रवेश गर्ने. Okay, के विषय हो? You start that like in-house methods of display भन्ने title भयो. So congratulations on recently joining the staff in the chief executive office. Here are some general guidelines on the format of correspondence preferred in this office. अब okay, अब यो receiver लाई चाहिँ okay, sender ले receiver लाई administrative assistant लाई जुन चाहिँ office मा नयाँ join भएको छ, हाम्रो office मा चाहिँ corresponding गर्ने guideline यो हो. Okay, these are the guidelines for correspondence. चिठी पत्र आदान प्रदान गर्ने guideline चाहिँ यो हुन्छ भनेर चाहिँ एउटा मेमो छोड्यो उसले. Okay, one मा layout of document. Document को layout यस्तो हुनुपर्छ भन्यो. Okay, signature block यस्तो हुनुपर्छ भनेर भन्यो. Okay, यसरी signature को block तयार गर्ने भन्यो नयाँ कर्मचारीलाई. अनि numbered items. So one items need to be numbered. They should be typed alone with no full stop or bracket. The subsequent enumeration should be okay like 3.1, 3.2 etc. यो लेखित लेखायो भने चाहिँ नयाँ आउने मान्छेलाई चाहिँ यसरी चाहिँ okay अफिस को चाहिँ डकुमेन्टेसन करेस्पोन्डेन्सहरु तयार गर्नुस्, चिठी पत्रहरु यसरी तयार गर्नुस् भनेर सिकायो. Okay, earlier I told you about the purpose of using memo. Okay, to inform somebody about something, to give certain instruction, advice, yes, to announce the decisions, okay, to remind somebody about the required action. Okay, for these reasons memos are used. Okay, yes, and at the end you can write, okay, you can just do signature. I hope these guidelines will be useful, but if you have any question, please ask. तर यो लेखेको छ नि, तर यहाँ के लेख्यो यसले कमेन्टमा भने no complementary clause is necessary. Okay, complementary clause is not necessary. So leave a space here for the sender to sign. Okay, yes, and don't forget enclosure. ENCS भनेको enclosure भनेको यसमा अरु डकुमेन्ट पनि अट्याच गरेको छ भने mention ENCS or attachment or INCL. Okay, document फरक हुन्छ, कुनैमा INCL डट लेखे नि हुन्छ, INCL भनेको included भनेको, attachment भनेर लेखेर नि तल के अट्याच गरेको छ त्यो डकुमेन्टको नाम लेख्दा पनि हुन्छ, or as it is mentioned here ENCS and write okay down what things are included. Okay, so in this format you can prepare memo, and here are some other examples also. Okay, the pattern is same. Okay, pattern to, from, date, subject आयो. Okay, heading आयो, त्यसपछि body paragraph. Okay, then signature. Okay, other examples are also given here. You can see these examples at home. Okay, you can see these examples from your book or from this slide at home. Okay, I presented 3 examples. 3वटा example देखाइसके मैले. Okay, अब सबै त गर्दाखेरि अलि टाइमको समस्या भयो. Okay, and some tips are given about memo writing. Okay, अगाडि 4-point plan भनेको थियो नि. The 4-point plan for structuring all business documents should be applied to the memos. Okay, subject heading. Okay, there must be what? Subject heading. अहिले भनिसके मैले. Okay, every memo must have subject line. Okay, subject के हो लेख्नु पर्छ, त्यसलाई heading भन्छ. Give a brief indication of the topic. Okay, for example, what type of subject will be suitable? Okay, like 2 options are given: confirmation of meeting, department meeting, 20 June. So the second one is better than the first one because it is more clear. Okay, a confirmation of meeting भन्दा कस्तो meeting हो clear भएन नि. त्यो department meeting भन्दा department को meeting रहेछ, कहिले भन्दा 20 June मा. It is better. Letter of complaint. Letter of complaint. Rather than saying this, you can just say, okay, Viva camera model X345. So letter of complaint मात्रै भन्दा यो complaint त यसरी negative भयो. Okay, यस्तो complaint भन्ने word सिधै लेख्न हुँदैन. Indirectly you can say Viva camera model सम्बन्धी के letter रहेछ भन्ने भयो. So while writing heading, you keep these things in your mind. So main body. Your body must have introduction. अलिकति के सम्बन्धी memo हो, के सम्बन्धी जानकारी हो mention गर्ने. So briefly give the reason for okay writing. Okay, this is to inform that okay this memo is written to remind you of that, okay, to remind you that, okay, to let you know that भने चाहिँ अलिकति आउनु पर्यो, reference आउनु पर्यो. So briefly give the reason for writing. Refer to previous communication. Okay, so better to answer the question who, what, where, when, WH questions in main body. Okay, you have to answer the WH questions. Who, okay, कसलाई, कोसँग सम्बन्धित, what के को बारेमा त्यो आन्सर आउनु पर्यो, where कुनै कुरा कहाँ गर्ने, कुनै प्लेस सँग रिलेटेड छ भने, when टाइम पनि मेन्सन हुनु पर्यो. Okay, and detail दिँदाखेरि okay facts and figures. Okay, logical sequence मा आउनु पर्यो, randomly आउनु भएर. Okay, separate into paragraphs, each one dealing with a separate aspect of main theme. You can use either small paragraph separately or in bullet form. Response. Okay, an action statement. Okay, action statement भन्नाले हामीले मेमो पठाउने मान्छेले त्यो मेमो पढ्ने मान्छेबाट के आशा गरेको छ. Okay, yes, in business communication there is an approach, AIDA model भन्छ, AIDA AIDA model भन्छ. त्यो उता BBA अनि मास्टर्स को कोर्समा मैले पढाएको थिए. AIDA model, AIDA. हाम्रो राइटिङ चाहिँ कस्तो कुन कसरी लेख्नु पर्छ भने AIDA मोडलमा, AIDA model. Attention. Your writing should draw the attention of the people. हाम्रो राइटिङले रिडर को अटेन्सन ड्र गर्न सक्नु पर्यो. A भयो त्यो भनेको, A attention, I interest. Okay, yes, they should be our message should arouse interest in the audience. AI. D. Okay, D भनेको desire. अब इन्ट्रेस्ट मात्रै भएर भएन, हाम्रो सामान किन्नको लागि, युज गर्नको लागि ओके उनीहरुमा चाहिँ इच्छा पनि हुनु पर्यो भन्छ. ओके, एन्ड एक्सन. ए भनेको एक्सन, लास्ट वन AIDA एक्सन. अनि त्यो मेसेज पढिसकेपछि उले काम पनि गर्नु पर्यो. ओके, the reader is expected to perform a desired action. That is what you call AIDA. Okay, somehow this can also be applied here, though it is just a means of internal communication. So an action statement, action you want the reader to take, reader बाट के गर्न चाहेको हो clearly भन्नु पर्यो. Action you will take अनि तपाईले के गर्ने हो त्यो पनि भन्नु पर्यो. If you have to mention deadline, त्यो काम कहिलेसम्म सक्नु पर्ने हो. Okay, yes, if there is a deadline you can mention the deadline also. Okay, yes, and close. Okay, closing मा चाहिँ yes, you can mention your name, yes, your signature, and so on. Closing signature. Yes. So while writing, this main body memo, you can write this. Tone. If you talk about the tone, tone must be appropriate. I told you earlier that. Okay, we should not use. We should not use. We should not send any message without considering the need, level, expectation. Okay, the status of the audience. According to the status of the audience, need of the audience, level of the audience, we have to use appropriate words. Okay, so we should be balanced in emotion. Okay, yes, we should be balanced in attitude, and so on. So as you must likely know your recipients fairly well, memos are usually written in an informal style. You should aim to put over your message as concisely as possible. सकेसम्म concise बनाउने, short and sweet, exact message हुनु पर्यो त्यहाँ, while still being courteous हुनु पर्यो. Courteous भनेको चाहिँ शिष्ट हुनु पर्यो. We should be okay, we should be courteous or polite. Okay, clear हुनु पर्यो, concise हुनु पर्यो, correct हुनु पर्यो. So you have to compose message keeping these things in your mind. So the major consideration in composing memos should be status of the sender and the recipient. So what is the status of the sender and what is the status of the recipient? So that should be taken into consideration, okay, while preparing the memo. And using list and bullets, it is better to use list and bullets in memo writing. List ma अथवा bullet ma अथवा short paragraph ma लेख्दा राम्रो हुन्छ. List can be used in letters, emails, fax message and memos. कुन कुनमा चाहिँ मेसेजहरुमा लिस्ट युज गरिन्छ भने चाहिँ ओके एउटा क्वेशनै आएको छ है एक्जाममा. यो क्वेशन एक्जाममा आएको छ. ओल्ड क्वेशन हेर्यो भने why list and bullets are used in letters, okay, emails, fax message and memos भने त्यसको आन्सर यो लास्टको हो. why to use list भन्ने. अब लङ क्वेशन आएको छ भने यसलाई इलाबोरेट पनि गर्नु पर्यो. सर्ट आएको छ भने एक पोइन्टहरु लेख्दै पुगिहाल्छ. Okay, so list can be used in letters, emails, fax message, memos, virtually any document. Okay, so you can use list and bullets. किन लिस्ट र बुलेट युज गरिन्छ भने त्यसले चाहिँ एकदम स्पेसिफिक बनाउँछ र ऑडियन्सले खोजेको इन्फर्मेसन चाहिँ ठ्याक्कै देखिन्छ, पढ्न सकिन्छ के. त्यसलाई प्याराग्राफमा लेखियो भने चाहिँ okay, it might be very difficult for the readers to find out the necessary message or okay, important message or the expected message. Okay, so they are useful to set off important ideas, separate the important ideas. Your list can be a series of words, names, notes, whatever. So items could be listed using numbers, letters, or bullets. If there are rather a lot of points, numbers are better. धेरै पोइन्टहरु छ नि नम्बरमा 1 2 3 यसै लेख्न सकिन्छ. Then it is easy to refer to item number 3. अनि तल के एक्सप्लेन गर्नु पर्यो भने regarding item number 3, okay, yes, regarding point number 3 भने तल चाहिँ फेरि refer गर्न सकिन्छ. Okay, so why to use list? Why to use list and bullets in our writing? So they help you to organize your thoughts and your points. So we can organize our thoughts and points, okay, by using list and bullets. They help focus your reader's attention on important points. Reader like important point like मा चाहिँ attention draw गर्न, focus गर्न सहयोग गर्छ यसले. They help readers find your key points. किनकि normally हामी bullet के को लागि युज गर्छौं भने important points को लागि, key points को लागि जुन चाहिँ मिस गर्न हुँदैन. Okay, for that purpose we use list or let's say bullets. Okay, so they help readers find the key points of the sender. They help to simplify detailed or complicated topics. Detailed or complicated topics can be presented in simple language and it will be easy for the readers to understand it. They simplify the skimming process for busy readers. कतिपय मान्छेहरु एकदम बिजी हुन्छ अनि उनीहरुलाई चाहिँ पुरै डकुमेन्ट पढ्ने टाइम हुँदैन अनि उनीहरुले मेन पोइन्टहरु त्यो की पोइन्ट्सहरु लिस्टमा भएको पोइन्ट्सहरु मात्रै पढेर पनि okay, they can get the message. So for the busy people who don't have time to read the document very minutely, line by line, They can just go through the main points, I mean list, and gain the ideas. So they simplify the scheming process. Okay, they enhance visual impact. Visual impact हेर्दाखेरि okay, document को visual impact पनि better हुन्छ. Paragraph मा लेख्नु भन्दा point मा लेख्दाखेरि the visual impact of the okay document will be better. Okay, so next one is okay, displaying list. Yes, how to display the information there in memo. Make sure you introduce your list appropriately. जस्तो हामीले लिस्टमा राख्ने भनेको छ नि, कसरी गर्ने त्यहाँ एक्जाम्पलहरु दिएको छ. Okay, be sure that all your list items are parallel in structure. स्ट्रक्चरमा उही तरिका लेख्नु पर्यो. कुनैमा चाहिँ फ्रेजमा लेख्ने, पुरै फुल सेन्टेन्स लेख्ने गर्न भएन कि. जस्तो आईएनजी बाट सुरु गरेको छ भने you have to begin all the points with ing. कुनै चाहिँ आईएनजी बाट सुरु गर्ने, कुनै चाहिँ टु बाट सुरु गर्यो भने there is no parallelism. Okay, ल्याङ्ग्वेज मा चाहिँ प्यारलल राइटिङ प्यारललिजम भन्छ के. प्यारललिजम भनेको उही खालको इन्फर्मेसन प्रेजेन्ट गर्दा सेन्टेन्स चाहिँ उही खालका हुनुपर्छ. Okay, the sentence pattern, sentence structure should be same or similar. Okay, that is what you call parallel writing. So you have to maintain parallel writing in your memo while especially presenting the list. For example, example 1 is given. Every point in the list needs to follow the word by. जस्तो एउटा चाहिँ by बाट सुरु गर्ने. जस्तो okay, by adopting you can improve your business writing by. जस्तो कुनै मेमो हामीले लेख्यौं त्यहाँ चाहिँ बिजनेस राइटिङ कसरी इम्प्रुभ गर्ने भन्ने सजेसन थियो. ओके, जस्तो टिचरले स्टुडेन्टलाई मेमो लेखेर चाहिँ सजेस्ट गर्यो सपोज, अनि उले इन्फर्म गर्ने एउटा तरिका के हुन सक्छ, बाइ बाट सुरु गर्ने. ओके, यु क्यान इम्प्रुभ योर बिजनेस राइटिङ बाइ एडप्टिङ अ फ्रेन्डली कन्भर्सेसनल राइटिङ स्टाइल, बाइ रिडिङ योर मेसेज आउट लाउड टु चेक द टोन, बाइ किपिङ टु द पोइन्ट एन्ड स्टेइङ फोकस्ड. So all these sentences begin with ing, okay, and they are the continuation of by. They follow by. So this makes the writing good. Consistency maintain गर्छ, parallelism maintain गर्छ. अब कति स्टुडेन्टले के गर्छ भने जुन लेख्दा नि हुन्छ भने के गर्छ, पहिलोलाई चाहिँ okay, you can improve your business writing by adopting a friendly लेख्छ. दोस्रोमा चाहिँ you can improve business writing to read भनेर राख्देला. कुनैमा keep मात्र राख्देला. थर्डमा चाहिँ keep to the point मात्र लेख्ला. Okay, organize मात्र लेख्ला. So this is not systematic. So you have to maintain a kind of consistency in your writing. Second example, you can begin with to also. Okay, here is a list of bullet points. Here all the points begin with the verb to follow the words to. Okay, when writing a letter of complaint about something, you have but remember to. अब कुनैमा to बाट नि सकिने भयो. To describe the item that you bought, to say where and when you bought the item, to explain what is wrong and any action you have already taken. So like this you can write. So to बाट सुरु गर्न सक्छ. Okay, to बाट यसरी सुरु गर्ने, by बाट, अथवा चाहिँ कुनै सेन्टेन्समा लेखेको छ सबै सेन्टेन्समा लेख्नु पर्यो, फ्रेजमा लेख्नु पर्यो भने सबै फ्रेजमा लेख्नु पर्यो. So there must be what? Okay, uniformity in your writing. Uniformity हुनु पर्यो, एकरूपता हुनु पर्यो भनेको. If you are using bullet points, there must be uniformity. Okay, there must be consistency in the points. कतिले के गर्छ भने पहिलोमा चाहिँ 1 2 3 भन्ने गर्छ, अनि दोस्रोमा चाहिँ यस्तो यस्तो चाहिँ दिन्छ, त्यही डकुमेन्ट भित्र के त्यो पनि भएन. एउटै खालको बुलेटहरु युज गर्नु पर्यो. रोमन नम्बरहरु आई यसरी गर्ने भन्छ त्यही मात्र युज गर्नु पर्यो. Okay, in formal document, in professional document, okay, we have to keep these things in our mind. Okay, so I told you about memo writing with examples. I gave some theoretical ideas also. Now I want to stop this here, and I want to take you to YouTube link, and we'll watch a video on memo writing. So let's do this, and after that, if time remains, we'll go to next topic. So let me share this YouTube video and we'll watch this for some time. Are you there? Are you getting my point or not? Hello, students.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's watch a video on memo writing. I hope this screen is shared there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me play this. It is taking, yes.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our next lecture on memos. So let's begin. Right, so memos is actually the short form for the
Actually, this video is the summary of what I said earlier with examples. So whatever I said earlier, all those things will be revised. If you did not understand what I said, now you will be clear. So please watch this video very attentively.
word memorandum, okay, which is a Latin word to mean to be remembered. So basically, a memo is a kind of document where you write to remind certain people to remember certain information or instructions. Now, as compared to business letters and emails, where it is normally external communication, which means that it is communication between your company and other parties outside of your company. Now, to compare with that, memos are actually the internal form of communication within a company. So, within people in the same office, or between people in different departments but in the same office, or to everyone within the company. So, it is an internal form of communication. And it serves as a historical record. It is a record, okay, document that records all the company's activities or certain actions or maybe changes in policies or updates on different things or changes within the company. And it has to be concise and to the point. Now, so let's look at the format of memos. Previously, what we have done are business letters and emails, and I'm sure you're quite familiar with the format by now. So now the new type of format that we're going to learn is for memos. To compare that with a letter, well, you no longer need addresses. Mailing and return addresses, you don't need that anymore because it is within the company. And you don't need salutations like we used to do, like dear sir or madam, dear Mr., dear Miss, all that no longer needed. Even the complimentary close, where you end with yours sincerely at the end and you sign your name, is no longer needed in a memo. So it is really concise and straight to the point. Okay, now let's look more specifically into the format. So compared to letters, you don't have a title. You don't write business letters at the top. But in a memo, you have to write memo or memorandum in capital letters, and it has to be centered right in the middle at the top of the page. Now, if it is on a pre-printed memo sheet, which is what may probably happen when you work in a company, they already have a fixed format of a memo sheet, right? It's already pre-printed. Then you don't have to write the title. It will appear below the company logo and name. But since you are going to write it on a blank piece of paper, you have to write the title, capital letters, in the center at the top of the page. All right. Now for the headings, we learned in business emails that the order has to be from, date, to, CC, subject, right? You're supposed to memorize this. Now in a memo, it's a little different. It starts with to, then from, then date, and the subject. So this is the format that you need to follow for the heading of a memo. So in the to section, you need to write the recipient's full name, and you don't need Mr., Miss, Doctor, whatever like you do in letters. You don't need that. Just their full name, comma, and then followed by their title or position. Or it could be a general term, for example, all employees of ABC Sendirian and Berhad. Okay, then from, of course, will be your full name, comma, your position, for example, head of sales or whatever, and then you sign your name right next to it. Okay, then in your date, just like in letters and emails, it should be spelled out in full to avoid misunderstandings. So you write 7 April 2015 and not 7/4/15. Now, what do I mean by avoid misunderstanding is because in certain countries, this could mean 7th of April, or it could also mean July 4th, 2015. So to avoid that kind of misunderstanding, just write it out in full, just like your letters and emails. In your subject, it should be clear, it should be specific, and in sentence case, exactly like your business letters, right? Okay, now in the body, it's a slightly little different format because you have to understand that memos can be short and it can also be long. And because you want it to be concise and straight to the point and make it easy for people to read, people who don't have a lot of time, well, you may want to include point forms. So the order is usually introduction or an opening, so you give them all the information that they need to know. Of course, you have to mention the objective and then the necessary background information so that readers are able to understand what the purpose of the memo is. Okay, so who, what, where, when, why kinds of information. Then you can have a summary where you present only the most important points in your memo. And it could be bullet points, in a bullet list so that it's clear and easy for readers to read. There could be a discussion section where you include all the details of the memo, whether it is information or the instructions, and you may also include, for reference, previous events, that is related to the current one, or previous actions that have been taken, previous decisions, and that will help readers to understand how it has changed, why it has to change, these kinds of things. So this kind of information, extra information, is called the discussion part to help the readers understand why the information or the instruction. In the body, you can have, it could be numbered, it could be out in full. Okay, your name, your signature or initials. The subject matter must be clear and specific. Now here heading should be by giving observations. You can false. Okay, you have your title in capitals in the middle at the top. Your heading should be in full, not like the example here. This one is a little bit, this is not the format that I want you to do. You have to write it out in full. Okay, your name, your signature or initials. The subject matter must be clear and specific. Now here you must have a line. Draw a line after the heading and then start your memo. Okay, in the body you can have, it could be numbered, it could be bulleted, doesn't matter, as long as it is aligned left, meaning there's no indentation, no paragraphing. You have a different paragraph, but you don't have to indent it, go a little bit in. So everything flush to the left, just like your fully blocked letters. Okay, another example here, title, capitals in the middle. To, and then you put a general one like all UAH faculty and staff. You write your name from, comma, and your position and your signature. Right, the date